Good day everyone, this is your Mark TV, and for this video we are going to translate verbal phrases to algebraic expressions. So dito sa pag-translate ng verbal phrases to algebraic expressions, para na ding 'di ba nag-translate tayo ng words or sentences from one language to another. Especially kung gusto nating i-translate yung Tagalog words or sentences sa English, 'di ba? Lalo na kapag gagawa tayo ng essay, 'di ba? So, tina-translate natin yung sasabihin natin from Tagalog to English. Just like this one, no? Yung verbal phrases po, guys, no? Ito translate natin sa algebraic expressions. Kaya simulan na natin. Okay, so umpisa muna tayo sa addition, no? So yung keywords po natin ay plus, added to, increase by, more than, and sum of. So we have an examples here. So the first one is x plus y. So kapag sinulat natin siya in algebraic expression, no? Ito, algebraic expression, uh, this translates to x plus y. So, ayan po yung translation ng x plus y. Okay? Next naman po is n added to 6. Again, added to, which means addition. So, we write it as n plus 6. Okay? Next, y increased by 14. So, that's y plus 14. Now, for this one, 5 more than b. Ito lang ang naiiba sa tatlo. Ano po? Kasi kapag may salitang than, mauuna muna kung ano man ang number or variable or letter sa kanan. Okay? So kapag nakakita tayo ng salitang than, no? Bale, ang uunahin natin ito bago yung 5 na ito. Okay? Kaya pag translate natin in algebraic expression, this will become b plus 5. Okay? So tandaan po natin kapag may salitang than, babalik na rin natin yung quantities. Okay? Next naman po, we have sum of x and 5. So this means x plus 5. Okay? So yung iba dito is from left to right. Dito yung pagdating naman sa more than, right to left tayo. Okay? Next is, punta naman tayo sa subtraction. Ayan. We have a keywords here. So let's start off with minus, no? Para sa minus, we have n minus 4. So this translates to n minus 4. Okay? Kung ano yung bigas natin, siya ring sulat. Next, subtracted by. So x subtracted by 6. That translates to x minus 6. And then we have subtracted from. X subtracted from 6. No? Kapag may salitang from, babalik ta rin mo, no? That is, mauuna muna yung 6, no, bago yung x. Unlike doon sa subtracted by, mauuna yung x bago yung 6. Okay? So, kapag may salitang from, no, mauuna muna yung 6 and then followed by x. So, 6 minus x po ang translation nito. Next is decreased or lowered by. So, r decreased by 4. We have r minus 4. Ayan. Next is diminished or reduced by. X reduced by 7. That is x minus 7. Next is less than. So, ayan na naman tayo sa salitang than before, di ba? Kung may more than, may less than. And tanda po natin, kapag may salitang than, no, babalik ta rin mo, mauuna muna yung 5. Okay? Kaya imbes na r minus 5 ang isulat natin as 5 minus r. So, 'di ba? Kapag may salitang than or from, mauuna muna kung ano yung nasa kanan. Okay? Next is difference between A and B, that is A minus B. Ayan. And then exceeded by, so x is exceeded by 4. So you just write x minus 4. So ayan po yung keywords that associates to subtraction. Okay? So tandaan po natin yung no, yung mga keywords nun. Okay? And then yung examples. Next naman po is multiplication. So we have keywords here starting with times. For example, x times y. So we write this as x times y, yung may parenthesis on both variables. No? Or pwede mo namang isulat as xy. Okay? Kasi ang ibig sabihin nun, x times y. So take note kapag variables ang multiply natin, you do not need to write the symbol for multiplication like dot or parenthesis. So pagtabihin mo lang yung dalawang variables, yun ang mas malinis tignan. Okay? X times y or xy. Next is multiplied by 10 multiplied by b. This means yung 10 imumultiply natin sa b or pwede nating isulat as 10b. Just like that. Okay? Next, product of 5 and x. So, yan po yung sagot sa multiplication. So, we have 5 times x or isulat natin as 5x. Next, yung salitang of. Yung salitang of, ang ibig sabihin nun ay multiplication. So, 1/2 of x, ginagamit lang ang of kapag yung number na nasa kaliwa nun ay, or nasa unahan, ay fraction. Like this one, 1/2 of x. So, ibig sabihin, yung 1/2, imumultiply mo sa x, or pwede ring 1/2x. Ganyan. Okay? Next is double or twice, no? So, twice a number m. Kapag sinabing twice or double, you have to multiply 2 by something. Okay? So, twice a number m, ibig sabihin, yung 2 imumultiply mo sa m. That is equal to 2m. Ayan. And then, kapag 3, 4, or thrice, yung 3 naman po, ang imumultiply mo sa some number. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, thrice a number n, this means 3 times n. Or pwede natin isulat as 3n. Okay? So, that's all the keywords associated with the operation of multiplication. Okay? Next is division naman po. Now, let's start off with divided by. So, we have m divided by 5. Bale, pwede nating isulat as m divided by 5. Yung traditional na, traditional na division sign, pwede naman yon, m divided by 5. Or pwede mo namang gawin as fraction. So, pwede nating isulat as m over 5. Kasi yung fraction part, kasi yung fraction bar, ibig sabihin nun, division. 'Di ba? Kapag m over 5, ibig sabihin nun, m divided by 5. Okay, so that's how you are going to write division as fraction. Next naman po is quotient of, no? Quotient of 2 and x. So, ibig sabihin, yung 2, i-divide po sa x. So, 2 divided by x or 2 over x. But, it has the same meaning as this one. So, 2 divided by x po. Okay? Next is ratio of a to b. We can rewrite this as division. A is to B. Yung ratio po talaga, no? Or pwede rin namang A divided by B, no? Or pwede mo namang isulat as fraction, A over B. Ayan. Next is half. Ibig sabihin po, half of n, ibig sabihin, yung n po, i-divide mo sa 2. Pag sinabing half, ibig sabihin nun, divided by 2. Kaya, ang ibig sabihin ng half of n ay n divided by 2. Or pwede mo namang isulat as n over 2. Okay? Next is third. Kapag third naman po, i-divide mo naman sa 3. So, divided by 3. Bale, p divided by 3, yan ang ibig sabihin ng a third of p. P divided by 3 or p over 3. Tapos, yung quarter naman po, a quarter of r, ibig sabihin, kapag sinabing quarter, you divide that number by 4. Okay? Ayan po. So, ibig sabihin ng a quarter of r, we have r divided by 4 or, in other words, r over 4. Okay? So, that's how we are going to translate these two algebraic expressions under division. Okay? Ayan po. And then, pagdating naman sa exponential and roots, we have this one. Square of or squared, for example, square of x. Kapag sinabing square of x, bale, ang exponent po nun ay 2. So, something na nakaraise sa 2, ibig sabihin nun, yung 2 na exponent, ang tawag doon, square. Okay? Square of that number. So, ibig sabihin, the square of x, isusulat mo yung x, and then, isusulat mo yung exponent na 2. So, that's how you are going to read x squared. Okay? X to the second power. Pagdating naman sa cubed, no? Cube of or cubed, nakaris naman yung number sa 3. Or, in other words, yung exponent ay 3. So, ibig sabihin, pag x cubed, isusulat mo yung x and then yung exponent na 3. So, this is how you are going to write and read x cubed. Okay? Next is square root of. So, alam niyo naman itsura ng square root, di ba? Pag ganito siya. Okay? And then, dito mo isusulat sa loob yung number. So, square root of x, isulat mo yung square root, then ilagay mo yung x sa loob. So, this is how you read square root of x. Okay? And then the cube root of, ganun din, may square root, ganun din, square root din, no? Kaso mayroong number 3 sa gilid. So, ang tawag dito ay cube root na kasi mayroong number 3 sa gilid. Ano po? So, ibig sabihin, cube root of x, we can write this as this one. So, cube root of x. Okay? So, ayan po yung keywords na dapat natin tatandaan kapag magta-translate tayo from verbal phrases to algebraic expressions. So, meron pa tayong iba pang mga phrases na dapat nating tandaan, no? Or pag-aralan, lalo na kapag magsasolve tayo ng problems regarding this one. Okay? So, meron tayong keywords na dapat nating malaman. Some keywords you should know. Number 1, the sum or product of two consecutive numbers. So, ibig sabihin, sunod-sunod na number yan. Diba? Halimbawa, 4, 5, or 3, 4, or 17, 18. Diba? So, to get the next consecutive number, you have to add that number by 1. So, 17, ang kasunod nun, 17 plus 1, or 18. Ganun po yun, no? Consecutive. So, ibig sabihin nun means the number plus or times the next consecutive number. So, we have, halimbawa, 16 and 17, 5 or 6, mga ganyan, di ba? Ngayon, kung hindi natin alam yung number, let's say x, di ba? So, para makuha natin yung next consecutive number, no, you have to add that number by 1. So, di ba nakikita natin nag-add tayo sa 1 to get the next consecutive number. So, kung ang number ay x, ang next consecutive ay x plus 1. Kaya dito, the sum or product of two consecutive numbers can be written as x, yung unang number, plus, parenthesis, x plus 1. Ayan po yung next consecutive number. Kung ang operation ay addition. Ngayon, kung product naman guys, no? Ito yung sa addition. Pero kapag sa multiplication naman, we have x times x plus 1. So, this is the first number and then this is the next number. Okay? So, ganyan po ang pagsulat ng product or sum ng two consecutive numbers. Next is number 2, the sum or product of two consecutive odd or even numbers. Like, di ba, kapag odd numbers or two consecutive odd numbers, we have 5 and 7. Tapos kapag even naman, we have 12, 14. Just like that, no? Ngayon, if di natin alam kung ano yung consecutive numbers na yon, bale magde-denote tayo as x. As you can see, the next odd or the next even number is 2 more than the previous, ano? So, 5 to get the next odd number, you have to add 2. Magiging 7 na siya. And 12, which is an even number, para makuha natin yung next number, i-add mo din yung 12 sa 2 to get 14. So, ibig sabihin, yung x dito, to get the next odd or even number, doesn't matter, mag-add tayo sa 2. So, yung first number ay x, the next number should be x plus 2. So those are the two numbers. Okay? So the sum of or product of two consecutive odd or even numbers means the number plus or times the next odd or even number. So sa sum, we can write this as x, yung first number, plus yung second number naman po na x plus 2. So ayan po yung sum of two consecutive odd or even numbers. Pero kung product naman, guys, no, we have x times x plus 2. Again, this is the first number and this is the second number. So, ayan po yung sum and product of two consecutive odd or even numbers. Okay? Next, number 3. Divide or split a number into two parts. So, we have to, so dito, we're going to divide the number into two parts. No? So, this means to find two numbers whose sum is that number. Let's say 40, di ba? Hatiin natin yung 40 into two parts. Okay? The first number is x. Di natin alam kung anong number na yon. Basta less than siya ng 40. Diba? It could be 10, it could be 24, it could be 6, like that. So, kung 10 ang first number niya, no? Let's say, kung 10 ang first number, the second number should be 30. Kasi 10 plus 30 is equal to 40. Ngayon, paano natin isusulat yung 30 in terms of x? Kung ang x po natin ay 10. So, paano nga ba? Yung 30, pwede natin siyang isulat as 40 minus 10. So, 40 minus 10 is 30. Nandiyan yung 10, di ba? Nandito rin yung 10. So, pwede natin isulat as 40 minus x. Okay? So that we have two numbers whose sum is 40, no? Yung una ay x at yung pangalawa 40 minus x. I hope naiintindihan nyo to sa part na ito. Okay? Ayan. Next number naman po is 35. Let's say 35. Another example. The first number is x and then the second number should be 35 minus x. Diba? So let's say kung ang x po natin ay 20, bale the other number naman po is 35 minus 20, that is equal to 15. So we have two numbers here, 20 and 15. Pag inad natin, 35 ang sum nila. So this is the first number and this is the second number. Okay? So, kung 50 naman po ang hatiin natin sa dalawa, the first number is x and then the second number is 50 minus x. Okay? So, ganyan po yung yung pag-identify ng two numbers with the given sum. Okay? And then number 4, so it should be number 4 here, no? Ayan, number 4 to. The reciprocal of a number. This means 1 divided by that number. So, for example, kung ang number ay 5, bali ang magiging reciprocal nun is 1 divided by 5. Or, in fraction, 1 over 5. Or, another example, kung 10 naman po, bali ang reciprocal nun is 1 divided by 10. Okay? Kung x naman po, bali ang reciprocal nun ay 1 divided by x or 1 over x. So, ayan po yung reciprocal ng x. Okay? So, isusulat natin as 1 over x. So, ayan lang po ang ilan sa mga keywords na dapat nating tatandaan lalo na kapag magsusolve tayo ng problems. Okay? Ayan po. So, let's move on to the exercises, no? Para mas lalo maintindihan natin. Okay. So, translate the following phrases into algebraic expressions. Number 1, 3 more than x. So, tandaan po natin yung salitang than. Kapag nakakita tayo ng salitang than, mauuna muna to. Okay, yung x. So, ibig sabihin, isusulat natin as x plus 3. Kaya naging plus kasi more than. Diba? This is associated to addition. Next, number 2, 6 multiplied by a number. So, walang variable ang na-mention dito sa part na ito. So, kapag walang variable ang binigay, we let that number as x. Okay? I-let natin as x yung number. Kasi yung x, ayan yung pinaka-common na letter as variable sa algebra. Okay? X po. And then, multiplied by, this means times po yun. So, parenthesis, di ba? 6 multiplied by a number. So, we can write this phrase as 6 times x, naka-parenthesis, or 6x. So, ayan po yung ano niya, translation niya. Okay? Ayan po. Next, number 3, the sum of n and 5. So, the sum, ibig sabihin nun, addition, and then n plus 5. So, we can write this as n plus 5. Number 4, p less than 7. So, yung less than po is minus, and then since meron tayong than, no, mauna muna yung 7. Kaya isulat muna natin yung 7 bago yung p. So, 7 minus p. Number 5, the product of two numbers. Again, walang variable na binigay, no? Pero meron tayong two numbers, ano po? And then, yung two numbers, i-denote natin as x at saka y. Okay? Kasi two numbers eh. So, magre-represent tayo as two variables. I-denote natin, no? So, the product, which means imumultiply natin itong dalawa. Kaya, isusulat natin as x times y. Ayan. Next, number 6, 1/2 of a number m. So, 1/2 is 1 over 2 of means multiplication, tapos a number m. So, this means 1/2 times m. Number 7, s squared. Ayan po, s squared. Bale, pag sinabing squared, i-erase mo yung number, yung base na yon sa 2. Or, in other words, yung exponent nun ay 2. Kaya, ang sagot po dito ay s raised to 2. 8, 7 divided by r, that's 7 divided by r. Or pwede mo namang isulat literally as this one, 7 divided by r, pero mas mabuti kung naka-fraction siya. Ayan. Okay? Next, a number decreased by 9. So, wala namang pagbabago dun sa arrangement. Bale, a number, ibig sabihin, i-denote natin as x, no? So, x minus 9. Ayan. Next, the cube of u. Ibig sabihin po, yung cube, ang exponent nun ay 3. Kaya, isusulat natin to as u raised to 3. Number 11, the quotient of P and Q. Ang quotient po, this means division. And i-divide natin yung P sa Q. So, P divided by Q, or should we say P over Q. Ayan. Number 12, the square root of C. Ito po yan, no? Square root of C. Number 13, twice a number. Pag sinabing twice, hindi po yung K-pop group, kundi twice. Ibig sabihin, yung 2, imumultiply mo sa number na yon. So, 2 times x. Bale, 2x po. Isusulat natin as 2x. Okay? Next, g subtracted from h. Bale, subtracted from, minus po yun, no? And dahil may salitang from, mauuna muna yung h. Kaya, ang sagot po dito ay h minus g. And then 1/3 of a number. So 1/3 is 1 over 3. And then yung salitang of means multiplication. And as for this one, di naman nabigay yung variable, kaya i-denote na lang natin as x. Kaya ang sagot po dito ay 1/3 times x, or 1/3 x. Ayan po. So, ayan po yung translation with one operation. Okay? Alright, so let's move on to this one. So this time, more than one operation ang involved dito. So we're going to translate the following phrases into algebraic expressions. Number 1, twice a number a added to 5. So, ang variable dito ay a, tapos added to 5. So this means a plus 5. However, we have twice here. So ibig sabihin, 2 times this expression. Okay? So, ilalagay natin yung parenthesis para ma-enclose natin, no? So, ang sagot po dito ay 2 times A plus 5. Kagaya nakikita ninyo dito. Okay? So, ito po yung sagot. Next, number 2, the sum of twice B and 7. So, ibig sabihin, yung sum, ibig sabihin, addition po yon. Tapos, itong twice B, ibig sabihin, 2 times B po yun. So, 2B. Tapos, yung 7 is 7 talaga. So, lagyan natin ng plus sa gitna kasi ang sinasabi dito is the sum. Okay? So, the answer must be 2B plus 7. Next, number 3, 5 subtracted from 1/2 of a number. So, 5 subtracted from, this is subtraction, ano po? No? Tapos, 1/2 of a number. So, 1/2 times, hindi na mention kung anong variable yon. So, i-denote na lang natin as x. So, to write the final answer, no, notice the word from. 'Di ba? Yung salitang from. So, ibig sabihin, kung ano yung nasa kanan, yun ang uunahin nating isulat. So, ang una nating isusulat ay ito, 1/2 times x. So, isulat muna natin 1/2 x, then minus yung number 5. Okay? So, 1/2 x minus 5 is the answer. Number 4, the square of the product of D and E. So, the square of, tapos include natin to, the product of D and E. So, yung salitang product means multiplication. Tapos, yung D tsaka E, we're going to multiply these two variables. So, D times E or DE na lang po. Okay? And then, pag sinabing square, i-erase mo itong grupo sa 2. That is, isusulat mo yung exponent as 2. Kaya, i-enclose mo yung DE and then isulat mo yung exponent na 2. So, the answer is DE quantity raised to 2 or quantity squared. Okay? Next, number 5, twice the sum of F and 4. So, enclose natin to. And then, sum, which means plus, no? Tapos, ano yung i-add natin? F at saka 4. Kaya, F plus 4. Kaso, meron tayong twice dito. So, ibig sabihin, yung 2, ita-times natin dito sa sum. Kaya, ang sagot po dito ay 2 times quantity F plus 4. Okay? Next, number 6, the difference of G squared and 6. So, the difference, ibig sabihin, minus po yun. Tapos, we have G squared, ibig sabihin, G raised to 2. And then, yung 6. So, ibig sabihin, pag sinabing difference, ano yung isusubtract? Yung G squared at saka yung 6. Kaya, ang sagot po dito ay G squared minus 6. Next, number 7, the sum of two consecutive numbers. Diba na-discuss natin yung kanina? Diba yung the sum of two consecutive numbers? So those consecutive numbers, diba, the first number is x, and then to get the next consecutive number, we have to add this number by 1. So the first number is x, the next number is x plus 1. And then since ang sabi, the sum, diba, so yung x, i-add natin sa x plus 1. Kaya ang sagot po ay x plus quantity x plus 1. So, ayan po siya. Okay? Next, number 8, the product of two consecutive odd numbers. Ayan, the product of two consecutive odd numbers. Unahin muna natin yung two consecutive odd numbers, no? So, the first number is x, tapos the next odd number should be 2 more than this number. So, it should be x plus 2. Okay? So, ayan po yung two numbers na tinutukoy natin. Ano po? And then, pag sinabing product, multiplication po yon. So, we have to multiply these two numbers. Kaya, ang sagot po ay x times quantity x plus 2. Number 9, the sum of squares of two consecutive numbers. So, the sum means plus, tapos yung two consecutive numbers, yung kanina po, x at saka x plus 1. Lagay natin ng parenthesis. And sabi daw, squares, no? Squares of two consecutive numbers. So, ibig sabihin, square nito at saka nito. Kaya ilalagay na lang natin yung exponent na 2. Okay? And then, since the sum ang sabi, no, addition, so ilalagay natin yung addition sa gitna. Kaya ang sagot po ay x squared plus x plus 1 quantity squared. Next, number 10, half the sum of two numbers subtracted by 7. So, half the sum of two numbers, yung two numbers po guys, no? Di naman sinabi ko anong variables, so i-denote na lang natin as x and y. Tapos, since the sum ang sabi, no, maglalagay tayo ng plus sa gitna, magiging x plus y na siya. No? So, i-close natin with the parenthesis kasi may nakamultiply sa 1/2. Okay? Half the sum eh. So, 1/2 times this one and then subtracted by 7. So, pagdikitin na lang natin yung parts, bale, magiging sagot ay ganito. 1/2 times x plus y minus 7. 11, twice p less than thrice q. Ang twice p po ay 2 times p, habang ang thrice q naman po ay 3 times q. Okay? Tapos sabi less than, 'di ba? So subtraction. Kaso, meron tayong salitang than. Okay? Less than, 'di ba? Kapag ganon, mauuna muna kung ano yung nasa kanan. So ibig sabihin, mauuna muna si 3q. Kaya ang sagot po dito ay 3q minus 2p. Next, number 12, twice the product of R and S. So, focus muna tayo sa phrase na to, product of R and S. So, product means multiplication. So, ano yung multiply? Yung R, tsaka yung S. Kaya, we can write this part as RS. Kaso, may nakamultiply sa 2 because of the word twice. Diba? So, 2 times itong dalawa, no? So, 2 times RS. Bali, isulat natin as 2 times the product of RS, or since multiplication to, ito multiplication din to, no? We can combine into a single term. Bali, 2RS na lang po, no? Ito po yun. Okay? Next, number 13, the sum of reciprocals of two numbers. The sum means plus, tapos ano yung i-add? Reciprocals of two numbers. Okay, yung two numbers na yon, di naman naka-mention kung anong variable yon, so we denote it as x and y. And since reciprocals po, reciprocals of two numbers, ibig sabihin reciprocal ni x at reciprocal ni y. So, naalala nyo kanina, di ba? Ang pag sinabing reciprocal, 1 divided by something or 1 over something. Okay, kaya naman, yung reciprocals ng dalawang numbers, x and y, ay 1 over x at saka 1 over y. So, yan ang ipag-add natin because of the word sum. So, ang sagot po dito ay 1 over x plus 1 over y. Number 14, 10 divided by the sum of two numbers. So, 10 divided by itong part na to, the sum of two numbers. Again, walang variable naka-mention. So, we denote these two numbers as x and y. Tapos, yung sum po means addition. So, plus. So, x plus y po yun. So, putting the parts together, we have 10 divided by, diba, may parenthesis po. So, quantity x plus y. Or, since division siya, pwede natin gawing fraction. So, 10 over x plus y. Okay? Ayan. And then number 15, the sum of half the square of x and 1/3 of the cube of y. So, the sum of, so ano yung i-add? Itong napakahabang part na to, no? Half the sum of x and 1/3 of the cube of y. So, para sa part na to, half the square of x, no? This means 1/2 times the square of x, which means x squared. And, maglalagay tayo ng plus sign because of the word sum. 1/3, okay, 1/3 of the cube of y. So, ang exponent po ng y should be 3. Okay? So, pagdikitin natin tong parts na to, we got the answer of 1/2 x squared plus 1/3 y cubed. So, yeah, ito po yung sagot. Alright, so that's all for today about translating verbal phrases into algebraic expressions. So, mahalaga na pagpraktisan nyo to na i-translate no yung verbal phrases papunta sa algebraic expressions dahil i-apply natin ito in solving word problems. Okay? So, I hope na nakatulong sa inyo itong video na ito. So, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos and follow me also on my TikTok account. As always, have a great day to all.